Welcome to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. We are in Portland, Oregon, where the best climbers in the country have come to compete for a spot on the national team. We're coming to you from Portland Rock Gym Beaverton, so if you're in the area, come and check it out. I'm Megan Martin, joined here by Ami Agato tonight. Ami, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Super excited to be here.
We are so excited for speed, but we're going to go to a quick 1-minute break. Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. We want to take a moment to shout out our sponsors of the event, Intermountain Health, the North Face, Kodiak, True Blue, Waltopia, and Yeti. Thank you all so much for the continued support of all of these amazing athletes and this organization. Round 3 of the speed competition is tonight. The athletes that have already gone through round 1, finishing up round 2 as we speak, and we will be broadcasting round 3. So the big thing with this event for speed at this competition is time. It's all about time. There's not going to be a knockout round. It's all about getting the fastest time and hopefully adding that to whatever your time was that, hopefully was a fast one as well at Yeti Nationals to then get onto the national team. So the athletes are running 2 races in each round, and we'll have the fastest times paired together. So we'll hopefully see a lot of really close races, which is our favorite thing to see. And those fastest times are coming from any round of the competition this week. So if you ran a really fast time in round 1, but didn't have the best races in round 2, that fast time could still end up being the fastest time in going into round 3. So lots of moving parts here, but we're really excited to get things going. And just to take a moment, in case anyone didn't get to check social media last night, if you were watching the broadcast for the lead portion of this competition, just want to take a moment to announce who those national team members are on broadcast. So for the lead men, that's Colin Duffy, Jesse Grouper, Sergey Lochno, Ross Fulkerson, and Dylan Countryman. And then for the women for the lead discipline, that was pre-select athlete Annie Sanders, Brooke Rabitou, Ella Fisher, Annalise Van Hong, and Adriana Kiko Clark. So congratulations to all those lead athletes. And if you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch the replay. Ami was also competing.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And we did get to see you on the broadcast last night because the women didn't climb as fast as the men. So
I was standing next to Brooke. That was pretty sick.
Was that? Yeah, tell us more about that. How was that?
Yeah, I was in ISO with Ellis, and I was like, because they put our names up before we go into the ISO chair, and I was like, Ellis, am I actually climbing next to Brooke Rabitou? Are you freaking kidding me?
The Brooke Rabitou, 2-time Olympian. I
was like, oh, shoot, dude. She's going to, top the round, and who knows where I'm going to get to.
It was fun to watch you.
Yeah,
you climbed
sick.
well as well. So, and we will also get to see Ami hopefully we'll get to see you in the boulders.
Yeah.
He's going to be competing in boulder as well. But yeah, tonight, all about speed. Literally all about speed. Just times, no knockout. It's going to be really exciting. We've seen some fast times already. We're going to take a quick look at the leader or the start list for this round of competition. And it'll be coming up any second. We'll see who these athletes are. Actually, I'm getting information that we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But I was going to say, too, this wall is not a certified wall, so we won't see any records tonight. But it's a level playing field for all the athletes, even though it's not certified. We just can't have records go down. But we might see some really fast times regardless, which is always really exciting. But before we do all of that, we're going to go to another commercial break and hopefully be back with some speedy, speedy climbers.
For me, motivation comes from the chance to go faster and faster. I find speed pretty addicting.
You don't get a fire in your belly with a boring breakfast. You gotta light that sucker up with the good stuff. Kodiak stuff. Whole grains and a whole lot of protein stuff. Eating hearty sets the table for epic days ahead. Dig in and you'll see. It's wild what you and a real Kodiak breakfast can do. Proud sponsor of USA Climbing.
Out here. We play different. We don't play with whistles or referees. We play with adrenaline and euphoria. We play a roughhouse with failure. We don't play games out here.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. I'm Megan Martin, joined here by Ami Agado. Welcome, 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 everybody. We're getting ready to start round 3 of the speed competition. We're going to look at the women's start list right now for this round of competition. So those are your pairings. Those are not your pairings. Are these the pairings? I think they are. So we have Renata Podlesny, Sonia Weatherhill, Sarah Mitchke, Natalie Gates, Claire P., Lily Wynn, Caitlin Guay, Kaylee Borek, Maddie Hafferling, Piper Kelly, Isis Rothfork. There's going to be an empty lane because we have an uneven number of athletes for the women. May Kim, Angie Chu, Ria Sandu, Victoria D'Souza, Michaela Patajo, Bella Wargo, Maddie Walsh, Isabel Petrowski, Lily Stout, and your national champion, Sofia Curcio. And the men's start list? The men are still competing, so we won't see the men's start list at the moment, but that's a good time to mention our pre-select athletes in the speed competition. Emma Hunt is pre-selected to national team for the women, so she won't be competing, but she is here in the building. She's watching, which is always really exciting, and she's competing in Boulder tomorrow. She'll be in that round 1 of competition, so you can keep track of how she's doing. And then the pre-select athletes for the men are Samuel Watson and Zachary Hammers. So all of those pre-select athletes already on the national team due to their world ranking from the previous season. And Emma Hunt is your current national record holder with a time of 6:25. And Sam Watson is your world record holder, Olympic record holder, and national record holder with a time of 4:64. So really exciting. Those pre-select athletes, we will get to watch them on the world stage, which is
super exciting.
So exciting. World Cups are really exciting, right? That's your goal, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Everyone's goal at this competition, make national team, get that experience on the World Cup circuit. We do have a lot of Olympians as well. And as we know, LA 2028 is coming up sooner than you would think. So doing those competitions this 2027 season is a great way to be able to get that experience and practice leading into LA 2028. So that's always really important to be able to get the feel of what that high level of competition is like. And Ami, we were chatting a little bit earlier, and you were just saying even yesterday's competition, like the routes, they were so harder than you've kind of had in a competition before. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, right?
Yeah. Prepare us for World Cups and further success. Yeah.
Exactly. And so we will get that speed competition going soon. I always really love the speed competition because it's so fast paced. I will say this might feel even faster than the bracketed knockout round. So hopefully it won't just fly by for everybody. Maybe we'll get some good replays of everybody's runs, which will give us a second to slow things down because it is so fast. It's honestly, it's a little bit of a lame joke, but it really is just so fast. Speed is the speediest, and those speeders get out there and they do their thing.
Yes.
So a few other things to note just about the format. This is normal format in terms of, you know, the athletes, they can't have a reaction time that's faster than 1.00 seconds. When they take off from the ground, you'll usually see that number at the bottom next to the athlete's name. So if it's good, they won't get a false start. But if it's not, then they'll have to take a false start for that run. But they'll get to do their second run anyway. And then the buzzer at the top. Every now and then people miss the buzzer and the clock doesn't stop, and that would give them a do not finish. So the goal is to get 2 actual times if you can, and hope that they're the fastest times in the competition in order to hopefully make it onto that national team. So it's exciting. The rules are pretty clear, don't you think?
Yeah. Go to the top.
Yo, whoever gets to the top the
Go to the top.
fastest. I have to say, the first year that I commentated the Olympics, everybody that was around and they saw the climbing, they were like, oh, that's speed climbing. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. The way they crawl and run up the wall, it's so insane. So it's a very exciting discipline to watch. And Ami, you were saying that you did speed a little bit as a youth competitor, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Back when I was on Team Texas, we would train speed at practice sometimes. Nothing like too crazy, but yeah, I have some experience.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, one of the big name athletes in this competition tonight, Merritt Ernsberger, I'm sure you know him quite well as a Texas kid. He's the speed coach for most of the athletes.
He's like
there.
the guy, yeah.
he is the guy. So that's always fun. There's actually a lot of athletes from Texas competing tonight. So I'm sure, who are you excited to watch?
Honestly, all of them, but Claire P. That's my favorite athlete.
Oh, you have a favorite athlete. Well, that's great. Do you have any predictions about who might have the fastest time? Well, I guess for the men and the
who
women
knows at this
separately.
Point, man. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna say Merritt. And for the girls, we'll say Tori, maybe.
Oh, Victoria D'Souza.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And honestly, Yeti Nationals was a little bit wild at the beginning in the final round of competition for the men that day because a bunch of upsets happened in a row. It was kind of wild.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about speed. Even though these athletes, they do this route so many times over and over again, it's so practiced. It's the only discipline in climbing where it's the same thing every time because it's so fast, because it's so powerful. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So you could, I mean, for example, you could be the world record holder and you could totally slip and not finish. And one of my favorite things is always to watch how some of these athletes recover. And we're going to be getting to that right now as we bring out our first athlete of the women's competition. And I mentioned earlier that we don't have an even number of women. So we will have an empty lane to partner with the first athlete that is climbing. And that is Renata Podlesny. And this will be her first race of the night.
At your marks.
A little look at that timer down at the bottom left of your screen.
Ready.
Nice reaction time from her. A little slow down right there, but oof, good recovery from that slip. And she's able to hit that buzzer. Nice time on the board there for Renata Podlesny as she comes down. And we'll have some scoring as more of the athletes go. We can kind of keep track of who has the fastest time so far in this round, but always important to remember that it's not just about this round. It's about your fastest time in all 3 rounds, which is definitely being kept track of by the powers that be, which is not me. As our next 2 athletes get set up, you see those timing pads. They're allowed to move them to wherever they feel comfortable. they go back and touch the wall, make sure they're in the right position for when they want to approach the wall. And get all clipped in nice and safe with those amazing True Blue auto belays. If you've ever been on an auto belay, you'll kind of know what it feels like, but these are so fast and they're meant to be able to keep up with the speed athletes specifically. And we have our two athletes, Sonia Weatherhill on the left and May Kim on the right. Oh, and a fall there, unfortunately, for Sonia. See if May can keep it together. Oh, wow, she hit that buzzer.
Yeah, fingertips.
Like fingertips, hoping she could get enough pressure on there. Nice run for her. So like I mentioned earlier, if you don't get a time, that is a do not finish, but each athlete will still have another race to then hopefully add to the times that they've put up these last two rounds from this morning. Our next two athletes on the left, Sarah Mitchke, and on the right, Angie Chu, getting ready for their attempts at the speed wall for their first race of round 3. It is kind of cool because I was talking to Piper Kelly yesterday and Sophia Curcio, and they were saying this is the same amount of runs you would do in one day if you made it into the final. But that being said, a lot of the athletes that we're seeing right now haven't actually been in the final as many times as some of the other ones. So that endurance level, being able to keep it together, it's a nice practice for that. Nice clean start from both of them. Angie getting a big lead so far. Really nice precision with her footwork. Beautiful run for her. And it looks like Sarah Mitchke will have a do not finish for her first race of this round of competition. And as I was saying, do not finish, that is also a fall. Just a little bit of semantics there. As our next two athletes come out to get set for the competition. On the left, we have Natalie Gates, and on the right, we have Ria Sandhu. Both athletes getting ready. Just a fun fact about Ria, she is a family medicine doctor. I find this a very impressive stat as a high-level athlete to also be a doctor. Clearly doing the most over there. Really impressive stuff. Both of these athletes were at nationals as they get ready for their first race of round 3. Nice clean start for both of them, kind of neck and neck as Natalie really starts to motor a bit more. Oh man, big slip, so she's gonna get a fall there for that, but a nice time on the board there for Ria. Again, they will have 2 races, so all is not lost if you get a fall. And once again, just reiterating that it's your fastest scored time from any of the rounds of competition today. So does take the pressure off a little bit, but also every competition should also be looked at as training, so you want to be able to be as consistent as possible. As our next two athletes are starting to get set for their first race of the round, Claire P., your favorite, and Victoria D'Souza on the right. Your pick to win, actually. Your two people are paired together. The odds. You know, I always like when athletes have some little rituals before they get set to start the speed route. Nice clean start from both of them. Little bobble there from Victoria. A little slip for Claire too. But good recovery. Nice time there for Claire, and Victoria able to keep it together and make it to the top. Definitely a big part of speed climbing, being able to recover quickly in order to kind of save that race, especially when you go into a knockout round, which we're not doing here tonight, but still always such good practice to be racing and be able to recover, so when you do get there, it feels a little more natural. And a look at our next two athletes to come out. On the left, Lily Wynn, and on the right, Michaela Patajo. Both athletes getting set up for their races. Michaela was first at team trials in 2025, which was really exciting. I remember she was so happy
At your
at
mark.
the top of the wall when that happened.
Ready.
Nice clean start for both athletes. Good pickup there from Michaela and Lily, really hanging on to that lead here. Nice time for Lily, and good one for Michaela as well. That was a good race for them.
Yeah.
That's definitely what you want. Getting that practice at a high level and racing another athlete. Both of these athletes we've seen in the finals a lot. Lily was 7th at nationals, and as I said earlier, Michaela was 1st at team trials last year. So familiar with those high pressure races, and always good to get more of that practice in. Oh, my bad. Oh wait, no, that's not true. Okay. Caitlin Guay on the left for the women, getting set up, and Bella Wargo on the right. Both athletes now waiting to be clipped in by our volunteers. Shout out to the volunteers. Also can't
At
do
your
these
mark.
events without any of them.
Ready.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Honestly, the same thing happening to both athletes at the start of this. Bella Wargo being able to kind of salvage this run a little bit better right now. I don't see Caitlin in frame. We'll have to see. It looks like potentially she did fall. So
Yeah, I think
hopefully
so.
her next race is a little bit better. But wow, that was wild to have. You don't see that very often.
Yeah,
the
that was
same exact.
Pretty bizarre.
Yeah, the mess up at the start like that. That it is funny because sometimes when speed slips happen, they can happen simultaneously like that. But that was a little surprising.
Something special.
Great recovery from Bella, though. That's again really good practice if you can be able to do that. And on the left we have Kaylee Borick, and on the right we have Maddie Walsh. Both athletes getting set up. Maddie, another Texas athlete. Maddie was 4th at nationals this last year, which was just 2
At your
weeks
mark.
ago. Very, very quick. And Kaylee was 3rd, so this should be a really good race between these two.
Ready.
Nice clean start from both of them. Kaylee really pulling ahead here, trying to keep it together. Oh, a little slip there for Maddie, but really great run there for Kaylee. Very close to her personal best, I believe, which is always exciting. And from a consistency standpoint, really awesome to be hovering around
Yeah,
that
so
personal
fast time.
best time. Yeah. And honestly, with that slip, that's still a really good time for Maddie as well. And we're already on to our next two athletes. Maddie Hafferling on the left for the women, Isabella Petrowski on the right. Oh, looks like Maddie might have stepped on something. Definitely want to take care of that. Looks like she already fixed it, but I mean, I've definitely had that happen, you know, when you're walking around the gym in
Yeah.
your shoes and then all of a sudden you step on a piece of
On your
candy or
mark.
something.
Yeah.
You're like, oh gosh, definitely not ideal for competition. That's for sure.
Definitely not.
Ready.
Nice clean start for both of them. Pretty head to head at the moment. Woo. Wow,
Dang.
so close. Nice race for both of them. That was exciting.
50
Matt-
milliseconds.
Yeah, love that. Maddie was 6th at Nationals just a couple weeks ago at Yeti Nationals. Another great time for her. And with that, Piper Kelly coming out for her first run. Very familiar face there. Olympian Piper Kelly, in case anyone didn't know, repping a Spain jersey at the moment. Always love, I mean, the climbing community in general, always so friendly, but definitely on the international side, that's always an exciting thing to be able to trade jerseys with other athletes. It's I feel like a thing that started in youth and then continued on to the elite side, which is awesome. Then on the right, we have Lily Stout.
Ready.
Ooh, really explosive start there for both of these athletes. Piper looking to take a little bit of the lead from the start. Oh, big slip there for Lily, unfortunately, but nice run for Piper. 6.914. Really nice time for her. Another look at this start. So explosive at the start for Piper, and really did a really good job of keeping that momentum throughout. That slip at the end for Lily, she was able to recover pretty well, but at the end it's so hard when, when you're so close to the buzzer. But really nice run there for Piper, and a nice one for Lily as well. Just, it's always hard when you slip. Lily was 6th at Nationals, which was great, and Piper Kelly, of course, was 2nd. And then this is our first look at Sofia Curcio on the right side of your wall. Unfortunately, Isis Rothborg is not going to be competing in this round of competition. Granted, she already has her times from the previous round, so she is currently, Isis is currently the fastest athlete for time ranking at the moment, so it's not too big of a deal as Sofia gets ready. Really nice explosive start, really fast here. Nice time there for Sofia Curcio, your national champion from Yeti Nationals just a couple weeks ago. Another athlete who in the last couple years has had a lot of, been gaining a lot of experience on that international circuit. And if you watched our interview a couple weeks ago, we talked about LA 2028 as a huge goal for her. So really exciting to see what she does. And we're going to go to a commercial and be back with the men. Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. Another shout out to our wonderful sponsors, Intermountain Health, the North Face, Kodiak, True Blue, Waltopia, and Yeti. Thank you again for your continued support. And we're going to get things moving with the second races of the women as Renata Podlesny is setting up. The athletes switch sides. This is what happens in a normal qualification round as well. So the athletes will switch sides
On your mark.
so that they have a race in lane A and lane B. Not that they're really different, but if you are in lane B, you can kind of see the other athlete in your peripheral. Really nice start for her. This is already looking like a lot better of a run as oh wow,
no.
big slip, of course. Oh, come on. You got it. Come on. There we go. And she's going to get a time. Of course, right as I said, her run was looking great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jinxed it.
I'm going to take the blame for that. That was my fault. Also, I completely messed up and thought we were going into the men's round, but we are doing all of the women's races, and then we'll do all of the men's races later. So apologies as we bring out our next pairing of athletes. And again, we saw these athletes already on the opposite sides, and now they switch. If they were in lane A before, now they're in lane B for this run, so that they have a chance in each one. Make him on your left, and Sonia Wetherill on your right.
At your marks. Ready.
Nice clean start. A little bit of a pause for both of them, and unfortunately May just missed that dyno right there, but Sonia able to keep it together and make it to the top there with a time. And that will be her second race of the round. So she will be done with the competition and have to see how the cars fall later on. And unfortunately, May was not able to get a time there as she fell. I will say, I was just looking, she is 4'11", which will make, and has a -1 with her wingspan. So that dyno, she has to kind of hit everything right to be able to make it through that dyno every time. So oof, that has to be, I mean, I'm 5'4", and that dyno feels big for any reference. Our next two athletes coming out on the left, Angie Chu, and on the right, Sarah Mitchke, as they wait to get clipped in. I have to say it, not gonna lie, I love seeing a fellow 36-year-old out here competing at the elite level, doing it for 36. We're not old, but in comparison to some of the athletes when there's lots of 17, 16-year-olds, it definitely is different. Nice starts for both of them. Angie really finding her flow here. Nice precision. Good times for both of them. They both seem pretty happy with that as well. Love to see that. Ground came a little quick there. I was like, don't get hurt while you're getting lowered. Goodness. And on to our next pairing of athletes. On the left, we have Ria Sandhu, and on the right, Natalie Gates, both getting ready. So again, that's Ria Sandhu on the left and Natalie Gates on the right.
At your marks. Ready.
Oh, Ria just misses the start there. Natalie's still able to find a flow. Nice precision with the feet. Little slip at the end, but didn't slow her down at all. Really nice time there for Natalie. And unfortunately, that slip at the beginning for Ria will not get her a time there, but she did previously have one. So, and again, we're taking times from round 1, 2, and 3, whatever your fastest time is, so less pressure if a fall like that happens, but always wanting to improve your time as well. And back to our next pairing. Claire P. on the right and Victoria D'Souza on the left.
At your marks. Ready.
Nice starts for both. Well, a little bobble there for Victoria, but Claire with a really smooth start. Yeah, that was nice at the top.
Nice.
Honestly, really good recovery for Victoria. Yeah. Both of these athletes from Texas, so I'm sure they get to race each other now and again. Here's a quick replay of this race. Explosive from the start. It looked like Victoria must have just slipped right there and came out a little bit
barely
too
hit
far.
it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, still a pretty good save, but it's hard to be slowed down like that. But really nice, clean run for Claire P there. on to the next two. See, speed just flies by. Lily Wynn on the right and Michaela Patajo on the left. Lily was 7th at Nationals this past year, and Michaela was
At
8th.
your marks.
Should be a good race between the two of them.
Ready.
Ooh, Michaela really starting to motor quickly. Lily looked like she had a little bit of a bobble there, but Michaela is really going for it.
Nice.
8.604. Really nice, clean run for Michaela. And that'll be the end of her second race for this national team trials. And she'll have to see how everything pans out later on tonight. See if she makes the national team. As our next two athletes step out onto the floor, getting all situated. Honestly, especially because I don't have too much experience with speed, only having competed in like 4 speed competitions in my life. But I remember whenever I was placing that pad, I felt like I never really knew what I was doing. So they're all so efficient, and they clearly know the position they need to be in. Bella Wargo on the
At
left,
your mark.
Caitlin Guay on the right for their final runs of tonight's round 3 of the speed competition at National Team Trials presented by the North Face.
Ready.
Ooh, really nice clean start for both of them. They are neck and neck right now. Practically perfect. I don't want to jinx them, and it's going to be Bella Wargo with the win, but a wonderful race from the two of them. Great time for both Bella and Caitlin. Let's take another look at that. They were like almost in sync from the start.
Yeah.
Very, very close. That's a great way to end their competition.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
And another two athletes that should create a very close race on the left. Maddie Walsh, and on the right, Kaylee Borick. Getting situated with the timing pad. You'll notice a lot of the athletes have knee pads on, and at the moment these two athletes do. It's really easy to scrape your legs on the wall, and you'll see a lot of the speed athletes have lots of bruises and scratches, so protecting their knees is, I personally think, a good
At your
idea.
mark. Ready.
Nice clean start for both of them. Maddie looking like she's going to catch. She got really close to catching Kaylee. That was really exciting.
Yeah.
Also very clean. There's been a lot of slips tonight already in this round of competition. So let's take another look at that. Maddie was really close to closing that gap right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Great runs for both Maddie Walsh and Kaylee Borick to see what their fastest time ends up being and add that to the ranking. Our next two athletes getting set. Isabel Petrowski on the left, Maddie Hafferling on the right as they wait and get mentally prepared to run their final races of tonight's competition.
At your marks. Ready.
Oh, little slip there for Isabel, but really nice recovery. A very small slip there for Maddie too. And Isabel, she got so close to catching her. I was like, wow. Really great race from both of these athletes. Let's take a look at that replay. Both athletes so explosive out of the start. Maddie Hafferling just exploding into that timing pad to walk away with that faster time. Our last pair of the competition, we still have one more athlete who will be running with the empty lane. But right now we're looking at Piper Kelly on the right of your screen and Lily Stout on the left of your screen, both getting ready. Lily's so smiley. I kind of love it. I mean, she's definitely focused too, but there was a lot of like smiles there beforehand. Enjoying
mark.
herself. Lily was 5th at Nationals a couple weeks ago. Piper Kelly was
Ready.
2nd. Oh,
No.
little mishap there for Piper. Seems like she might still be on the wall. Lily really
That was really
just
good.
so clean on that run, not being deterred at all by what was happening to the right of her. It looks like Piper Kelly was able to finish her race and still put up a time. Let's take a look at that replay. Big little mishap there for Piper Kelly, but Lily was able to be so clean, so efficient, and get that faster time. And for Piper Kelly, finishing in a scenario like that, especially because we've seen her in many a final on the domestic side of competition and on the international side, so being able to recover from that and still get a time is so important. As your national champion from Yeti Nationals a couple weeks ago, Sofia Curcio sets up to get ready for her final run of the night, where she's going to hope to put up her fastest time of the competition. It is a little bit more difficult to, well, I guess I've heard speed climbers talk about running with an empty lane. It can be kind of weird, but it's also a good practice just to like focus on themselves the entire time. Really nice start. This is where she usually picks it up a lot. Let's see if she can keep it clean. Wow, what a great time. Sofia Curcio just leaning into that consistency. And after all that excitement, we're going to go to a quick commercial break and be back with the men's competition. Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. Quick shout out to our wonderful sponsors, Intermountain Health, the North Face, Kodiak, True Blue, Waltopia, and Yeti. We just finished the women's round 3 of the speed competition, so we are going to take a quick look at that leaderboard. Just to note, this leaderboard is just from this round of competition, so the fastest time put up in the round 3 of the competition was from Sofia Curcio with that 6.71, followed by Piper Kelly, Lily Stout, Kaylee Borick, Maddie Hafferling, Maddie Walsh, Claire P., Isabel Petowski, Bella Wargo, Caitlin Guay, Lily Wynn, Michaela Patajo, Natalie Gates, Ria Sandu, Renata Podlesny, Angie Chu, Sarah Mitchke, Victoria D'Souza, Sonia Wetherill, May Kim, and then we did not see Isis Rothfork in this round, but she did compete in round 2 and 3, so she does have times that will go towards the ranking. But again, these are just the fastest times from round 3 of competition, and we are going to start with the men soon. And before we do that, though, we are going to go to a commercial and be back with more action.
For me, motivation comes from the chance to go faster and faster. I find speed pretty addicting.
You don't get a fire in your belly with a boring breakfast. You gotta light that sucker up with the good stuff. Kodiak stuff. Whole grains and a whole lot of protein stuff. Eating hearty sets the table for epic days ahead. Dig in and you'll see. It's wild what you and a real Kodiak breakfast can do. Proud sponsor of USA Climbing.
Out here. We play different. We don't play with whistles or referees. We play with adrenaline and euphoria. We play roughhouse with failure. We don't play games out here.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Welcome back to USA Climbing's National Team Trials presented by the North Face. We're going to get going with the men's competition really soon. And just to remind everybody, we do have those pre-select athletes, Samuel Watson and Zachary Hammer, are already pre-selected onto the national team. So there are only 3 spots to take tonight in this competition. And while the athletes are getting ready, we're going to go to a 1-minute break and be back with all of the speed climbing. Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. We're about to kick off the men's round 3 of the speed competition with your look at our first pairing of athletes. On the right of your screen, Lucas Jones, and on the left, Soren Toker. Both athletes getting ready. This is technically their 5th race of the day, as they competed in round 1 and round 2 earlier, where they got to do 2 races. So long day of speed climbing for these athletes.
Ready.
Oof, whoa, identical slip there. And Lucas able to recover Soren, unfortunately, off the wall, but Lucas is still going to put up a time there. Doesn't look super pleased with that, but honestly, his recovery was very impressive, so hopefully he can reflect on that positive of that run, and he still has 1 more race to go to add to his times from the day and see how those cards fall in terms of national team selection. Our next 2 athletes. On the left, Joaquin Torres, and on the right, Mitch Jameson getting set up for their races. Nice deep exhale there from Mitch. It's always good to get that breath out and get ready to go.
At your marks. Ready.
Oh, looks like a false start there
Yeah,
for
for Mitch.
Mitch, unfortunately. Another Texas athlete, so I'm assuming you know him pretty well. That's always a bummer,
Yeah.
but again, he still has another race that he's going to get to do. So.
Make it happen.
Yeah. And so we're going to reset here so that Joaquin can still run his race.
At your marks. Ready.
Clean start, and then a little slip there from Joaquin, but really good recovery. Honestly, oh no.
No.
And then he misses the timing pad, so it's going to be a fall for Joaquin. But again, these athletes still have another race in round 3. And again, the goal of this competition is to put up your fastest time in any of the rounds 1, 2, or 3. With our next pairing of athletes coming out. Merritt Ernsberger setting up the timing pad on the left. And Jaden Chin on the right. Merritt was national champion in 2024. Ended up 14th at nationals a couple weeks ago. Won team trials in 2023. Has one of
At your
the
marks.
more impressive resumes as far as speed climbers go. And Jaden Chin was just 4th at nationals a couple weeks ago.
Ready.
Nice clean start from both of them. They are head-to-head right now. Look at Merritt pulling away, and a little slip there from Jaden, and he misses the timing pad as well. Oh my goodness, what is happening?
Wow.
Crazy stuff in these round 3 races right now. Great recovery there from Jaden. Man, Merritt was having a really
Yeah, that
nice
was
run.
Perfect up until the end.
Yeah, honestly, like
Unfortunately.
to me, I almost thought he did hit it, and then I noticed the clock was still going. That
Yeah.
was wild, but really nice run there from Jaden Chin after a little slip at the beginning. Great recovery, and not to harp too much on how important being able to recover in these high-pressure situations is, but it really is, and it's a great thing to learn, especially at these big events, so that hopefully these athletes, if that happens, internationally, they can also be able to do that. Logan Miner on the right, Ari
At your
Barak
marks.
on the left.
Ready.
Nice clean start. Logan with a really early lead. Wow, he is absolutely
Nice.
tearing it up. What a run there for Logan.
Yeah, that was great.
Like I mentioned earlier, this wall is not certified, so no world record, or well, there's not going to be a world record in a domestic competition anyway, but no American record can be broken here. And also in terms of personal best, I think a lot of athletes will not count this as a personal best. But still fun to see times like that being put up. I think that was close. Logan does have runs in practice in the 5, so always cool to see a 5 up there. Lucas Bales on the right, Thomas Lynn on the left for our next pairing of athletes.
At your marks. Ready.
Oh, no, a little bobble there, but oh my gosh, absolutely flying Thomas Lynn. Really nice run there for him. Fortunately, that little bobble there for Lucas Bales. He looks happy.
He
Also
always
wearing
looks
a
happy.
smiley face.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's stoked is what's going
Yeah.
on. I'm a mom. I can make a mom joke. It's fine. I'm not embarrassed. It's just a little cringe for Gen Z, but it's cool. Our next two athletes on the right for the men, Logan Schlecht, and on the left, Koi Tran. Logan was
At your
11th
mark.
at Nationals a couple weeks ago.
Ready.
Ooh, nice clean starts from both of them. Give us a rate. Oh no. A little bobble there for
Good run from Court.
yeah.
Though.
Yeah, really good run from Koi. And Koi was 7th at Nationals a couple weeks ago, so continuing to get more of that experience as he is one of the younger athletes, just 16 years old. With that, our next two athletes are sprinting out with enthusiasm. I love to see it. On the left, Michael Halm. And on the right, Zayden Rogers. Michael Halm was the 2025 national champion.
At your marks.
Zayden was 12th a couple weeks ago at Yeti Nationals.
Ready.
Really nice starts. Oh, huge slip for Michael Halm, unfortunately. But Zayden able to get that time there, and Michael Halm is going to end up with a fall. But again, these athletes still have another race, and it's all about your best time from all 3 rounds of competition here. Really nice run from Zayden. Hit that timing pad pretty low, too.
Yeah.
Whew, as long as you hit it really hard, right? It ends up okay. But still, from a spectator standpoint, kind of nerve-wracking. Yeah. On the right, Tade Mai, and on the left, Joshua Jan. Joshua was 13th at Nationals a couple weeks ago, and Tade was 10th. So if you were able to watch that,
At your mark.
you got to see both of them in the final, that competition. And if you ever want to go back and watch the replays, please check out USA Climbing's YouTube.
Ready.
Oh, huge slip there, unfortunately. Oh, and another slip for Joshua. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. They were going a little too fast there.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was about to say, what nice starts, and then that slip for Tate happened so quickly, but Joshua was able to keep going, and then a couple more
Boom.
slips, and then just not able to keep it together.
Yeah.
I will say, with going for the fastest time, that is something that we also see in a general qualification round of competition. You know, you want to put up a good time to get into the final in those rounds. And oftentimes you can see athletes kind of slip or fall because they're just really trying to get a good time. And this is kind of a similar situation where it's all about time. So they're really, you know, going as fast as they can with all that
At
adrenaline.
your mark.
Ben Jennings on the right, national champion from a couple weeks ago, and Noah Bracci on the left. Should be a really good race between these two.
Ready.
Nice clean start from both of them. Wow, neck and neck. It looks like Noah's pulling away a little bit, and he's going to take it away from Ben. That was an amazing race between the two of them. So clean, so fast, so precise. Let's take a look at that replay. Yeah, Ben was out ahead just with that start. His start's a little more explosive, but Noah was able to catch him through the middle and end of the route. But neck and neck, wow, I love that. And as always, the camaraderie in climbing in general is great, but especially with the speed climbers, always congratulating one another.
Yeah.
Love to see that in sport. We're going to go to a 1-minute commercial break and be back with more of the action. Terrors of the Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. We've had all of the men in round 3 do their first run, so we are going to start welcoming them back to the field of play for their second runs and their final run of round 3 of the speed competition. Lucas Jones on the left and Soren Toker on the right. Again, they ran in lane A. Whoever ran in lane A is now running in lane B, and vice versa. This is generally how it's done in a
At your marks.
round of competition where it's just races and no knockout.
Ready.
Nice clean start for both of them. Soren did not complete his other run in this round, so nice to see them both. Really close times.
Yeah,
Great
that was really
run. That's a
close.
great way to finish the round 3 of competition. Let's take another look at that replay. Really explosive, both of them from the start. Gosh, so neck and neck. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is that a tenth of a second difference? Thousandth? I'm so bad at that. That is something that I'm not. I'm like, the numbers, it's too fast. Math is not my jam. Ones, tens, thousands. That's how it works. Our next athletes getting ready to go. On the left of your screen, Mitch Jameson. And on the right, Joaquin Torres. Mitch had a false start in his first race, so he'll be looking to get a time here, and Joaquin ended up falling as well. So both of these athletes needing to put a time up in this round of competition to add to the other times they had on the board earlier.
Ready.
Little bobbles from both of them, but we didn't get a false start. We just got to get them to the top.
Nice.
Really nice recovery from Mitch.
Yeah.
Joaquin, a little bit of bobbles continuing throughout that run, but again, anytime you can recover on the wall, it's something to be learned. Moving on to our next pair of athletes. Jaden Chin on the left was very excited running out as Merritt Ernsberger was casually walking. We have a joke about final rounds of boulder competitions, just like joking about there are some athletes that are still sprinting even though they don't need to, because you know in the other rounds you kind of have to sprint to your boulder.
Yeah.
But in finals they can't start until
Oh
you
yeah.
get there.
They wait for you.
You can just walk.
At your marks. Ready.
Nice clean start from both of them. Merritt pulling ahead pretty early and a little bit of a bobble there.
Nice.
Really nice run from Merritt Ernsberger. Jaden had a little bobble, but I feel like his earlier run was really good. And still has those times, whatever times he had from round 2 and 1 to fall back on as well. Next two athletes, Logan Miner on the left and Ari Barak on the right. Ari was 24th a couple weeks ago at Yeti Nationals. And Logan was 15th, so you got to see him in the final there. Neck and neck there. Logan starting to pull away, really exploding. No, he misses the, not, or he doesn't miss. He just, Ari just caught him at the very end.
Yep.
I hope we can see a replay of that very top half. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Ari just nails it. Oh my gosh. Dang. Wow, that was incredible.
Yeah, that was super cool.
I'm sure that'll be a fun race to think about for the next couple days for both of them. For a second, I thought that Logan missed it because I saw the red and I was like, oh no, it didn't stop. But then I was like, oh no, Ari just got there first.
Yeah, barely.
It tricked me. It was so fast. Wow. Thomas Lynn on the right, Lucas Bales on the left. The most stoked athlete in the competition tonight.
Ready?
Really explosive start there. Thomas really nice. Really nice run for him. Lucas able to recover after a huge little slip, but so powerful from Thomas Lynn. Be happy with that second run. And he'll have to wait and see what his fastest time was from all of the rounds of competition and how that plays into the rank to see what will happen for team selection as our next two athletes come out and get ready. Logan Schlecht on the right, Koi Tran on the, Logan Schlecht on the left, Koi Tran on the right. I just messed up my right from left. I don't think I've ever, you know how some people have to put their hand up to know which one's left?
L.
Like I literally just had a moment like that. Oh, left from right.
Ready?
Wow, super explosive. Oh no, too explosive. He pulled himself off the wall. Logan Schlecht with a really nice run. Man, that was crazy. Koi was so explosive here. It literally looked like he was too explosive that he just pulled himself off the wall.
Just like, maybe dry fire.
A dry fire. Yeah, you're right. Nice run from Logan Schlecht. Be happy with that time. See how it plays out with the rest of his times from the rounds of competition today. And on to our next athletes. Zayden Rogers on the left, Michael Halm on the right. Both athletes getting excited about their final runs of the competition.
At your marks. Ready?
Nice clean start. A little bobble there for Zayden, but Michael Halm is absolutely perfect. Wow. What an incredible run from Michael Halm. And honestly, like, he's had some slips, some falls.
Yeah.
Even at Yeti Nationals, I believe he fell in one of his rounds in the final.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and he obviously is a super talented speed climber, so to have a nice run like that to finish on to add to His times, I'm sure, will be great. Make him feel great. As our next two athletes start to get ready. Tade Mai on the left.
At your marks.
And Joshua Jan on the right.
Ready.
Nice clean start. Oh, little slip there. Oh no, another. Oh my goodness.
Finish it out.
Good recovery there
There
from
we go.
Tade. I can't. Is Joshua still on the wall or no? And then we are down to our final pair of the competition. They gave us a good race last time. Ben Jennings, definitely psyched. And Noah Bracci also already getting ready for their final races of the night. These are our last two pairings. After this, we will figure out who had the fastest time in the competition, and you'll get to check social media later to find out who is on the national team. Again, for the men, we're only taking 3 athletes to add to those pre-selected athletes.
Ready.
Nice clean starts from both of them. Oh my gosh. Noah Bracci, Ben Jennings, who's going to take it? And it's going to be Noah Bracci. Wow. That was an incredible race from the two of them. Ben Jennings saluting Noah Bracci. Wow, so powerful from the start. Just neck and neck the whole time. Just a little more explosive at the end of that for Noah Bracci, able to get that faster time. And of course, the congratulations. And again, Ben Jennings, your national champion from a couple weeks ago. So we are going to go to a 1-minute commercial, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials. Welcome back to USA Climbing's 2026 National Team Trials presented by the North Face. Another shout out to our wonderful sponsors, Intermountain Health, the North Face, Kodiak, True Blue, Waldtopia, and Yeti. We just finished up round 3 of the speed competition for both the men and the women. So all about the fastest times. That's going to go into their rank from Yeti Nationals, and then any athletes who have other points coming from the World Cup circuit last year will have points to add to that. And the national team will be named later on tonight. So we have a leaderboard from this round only of competition, round 3, the fastest times of the competition, or of round 3 of the competition. And then we're going to go to the fastest time, or it's all about the fastest time from all 3 rounds, but this is just round 3. So Michael Hom had that fastest time at 4:93, followed by Noah Bracci, Ben Jennings, Zayden Rogers, Logan Schlecht, Koi Tran, Ari Barak, Logan Miner, Merritt Ernsberger, Thomas Lynn, Mitch Jameson, Lucas Jones, Soren Toker, Jaden Chin, Joaquin Torres, Tade Mai, Lucas Bales, and Joshua Jan with that fall there. So later on, you can check your phones and see who is on that national team. Again, for the men, there will only be 3 athletes that will join Samuel Watson and Zachary Hammer, and there will be 4 women who will join Emma Hunt onto that national team. So check USA Climbing's Instagram. They're going to do a post so that everybody can see who made that team. And we will be back with broadcast on Sunday at 10 a.m. with the Boulder Round 2, and then later on that evening with Boulder Round 3. Ami Agato, thank you so much for joining me. Good luck in Boulder qualification tomorrow. Remember, you can always check the live scoring to see how athletes are doing in those rounds of competitions that we aren't broadcasting. And remember, this competition is all about national team, all about adding to the rank from Yeti Nationals and any points that you have from the World Cup circuit. Again, thank you, Ami, for joining me. I'm Megan Martin, and we will see you again on Sunday.
Bye-bye.
For me, motivation comes from the chance to go faster and faster. I find speed pretty addicting.
You don't get a fire in your belly with a boring breakfast. You gotta light that sucker up with the good stuff. Kodiak stuff. Whole grains and a whole lot of protein stuff. Eating hearty sets the table for epic days ahead. Dig in and you'll see. It's wild what you and a real Kodiak breakfast can do. Proud sponsor of USA Climbing.
Out here. We play different. We don't play with whistles or referees. We play with adrenaline and euphoria. We play roughhouse with failure. We don't play games out here.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.